one, right? The free kick to Teagle. Nambour across the centre line.
That was a strange one in. Bounced the ball when players wasn't even set, you know.
I don't know what rule it is, but I'm sure in Victoria there'll be a lot of crying and screaming about that one. Page has got the footy, drives the ball along on the left foot, finds Epstein, drops the footy. Dougie Hills comes through, perhaps doing the throw, but not by the umpires, and the ball's driven long by Teagle and finds Lang playing a pretty good game at this stage for Nambour. Finds himself 45 metres out.
That was strange with that bounce. He was Maroochydore very late coming out, and he just, as soon as they came out on the ground, he sort of more caught him in.
Couldn't quite understand it myself, but the ball knocked out of bounds by Dave Cavers at Maroochydore, and the ball will be thrown in. Stratton and Baker contest the footy. Picked up in a snapshot for goal, but goes through the point. And so Nambour draw first blood into the third quarter. Page to bring the footy in. Drives the ball long. Ball travels to the wing and knocked on. Wenke picks up the crumbs, kicks it along to Tom and Michael, who tries to find Teagle. Crunches the ball. A scramble picked up by Crazy, who drives the ball and finds Steve Norbury on his own, undecided, but now once again is smothered. 3-1 Nambour, picked up by Nambour. Looks up and finds Tom and Michael. Handballs across. There's a shot for goal. Comes off the footy, and Kaiser and Bishop 2 against 1, but Dave Kaiser does well for Maroochydore. Knocks the ball through for a point. At this stage, Nambour 9 goals 11 65. Maroochydore 4 goals 2 26. Page once again with a beautiful kick. Given an option over there by Steve Dickey, and Steve Norbury backs him up. Picked up though by Nambour. Undecided what to do, has a look across and finds, with a lovely pass across to Nolan, just outside the 50-metre line. Decides to go short and finds Baker, Lang of Nambour on his own. Decides to go short once again and finds Peter Teagle, but the ball is dropped, picked up in the pocket by Rocco, who has a shot, and it looks pretty good at this stage. And it's a goal, and they're the sort of things that really demoralise an opposition.
It's strange that they play short when they're kicking with the breeze, but it's played dividends in that time. But you normally you'd think that the opportunities had 4 kicks to get it in their forward line, and with the breeze behind them.
Yes, I guess the only thing is you can't argue at this stage with the score on the board, and Nambour have got the start they required in the third quarter.
Whether it's good. I know he kicks the ball a long way, Page, but you think if he's out the ground and took a mark from the kick, and he might kick it up further, he's sort of not there to get the ball?
Yeah, it's a pretty good comment, I guess. The ball's bounced up and Dean Reynolds scrambled, knocked across the neck and given the free kick. Looks up and drives the ball across to the half-forward line, but it's all Nambour. And Brendan Winkie playing a pretty good game, really, takes the mark in front. Drives the ball, looks at Nolan, the big hand Stratton contests the footy. Crazy fights hard, knocks the ball on Damon Michael, but the ball beats both those players over the boundary line, and the result, throw-in will result.
An interesting point about the game so far is the kicking. I think the ball seems to be going both the same way, that when they're kicking the footy, they're both kicking it as far as each other, so I don't know if the breeze is favouring any end of the game.
The ball scrambled by Damien Michael, knocks the ball onto Tom Robbie, who recovers well, slides the ball on, but only to find Hills playing a loose man in defence with his experience, plays on, centres the ball across to the centre of the ground. Crazy contests for the footy, but it's knocked to the ground. Hand Stratton contests, knocks the ball forward. Ronnie grabs, handballs across, finds his teammate who drives the ball forward. There's a contest across to Lang, who's pretty smart on the ground, picks it across the Winky, kicks the ball long, the ball travels into the forward line, but Dave Cage is playing in front, battles on strongly, in front of Bishop, playing a pretty good game. Dave Cage from Maroochydore finds Page on his own, takes his time, looks up the field, finds Poynton on his own, kicks the footy up, on his left foot, drives the ball deep into the forward line from Maroochydore. Dean Penn takes a strong mark after his second grab, and 35 metres out, Dean Penn set to have a shot, a pretty important shot from Maroochydore at this stage.
Yes, it was a good mark from Dean, positioning himself well. This could be a very important goal from Maroochydore. They need this, kicking into the breeze. No, it's gone wide off the boot. Bryce started to run, he scored a point. He's got those goals are very important. Maroochydore need all them. Dave Kaiser's a fullback, doing very well. He's playing in front all the time. Bishop's content to come from behind. You can't do that in football. Here's Alan Eade with the ball. Kicks in, nice long kick. Hayes. Oh. Bud Norman, he got caught in the huss there. Yes, there's another crowd. He didn't make any attempt to get rid of it. A good tackle from Thompson there. Thompson now drives it from the half-back line. It's gone high. It wasn't a real good kick. They fly. Page, raw, tickle up in front. Page spoils. Crazy took it off him. Played there well. Norman. Hilda. On it goes to Turnbull. Can't pick it up. Comes back. In. Page. Well, Howland again. Did an enormous job and a great kick. Positioned himself, saw the lead in the middle. Did a very good job there. And it was Brendan Winky dropping down again from the half-back line. Smart player, Howland. He's looked all the time.
Yes, very, very quick on the ground, and he's not a player that's knocked off the ball easily, and the Winky shot looked at this stage if it might just swing around. Yes, and it's played a goal, and Nambour certainly using their wind to their advantage at this stage, and really that goal came from the good work of Nolan on the ground, who, as you mentioned, is a pretty smart player.
Yes, he saw just out the corner of his eye, didn't blaze away at the goal, he's hooked it back into the middle, good place to kick the ball, but I still, just because I've kicked 2 goals from Maroochydore, they've still got a chance in it. Some of the Nambour blokes sort of been limping a little bit, so, but I think the bloke in the middle now, Crab's done a very good job for Nambour, don't you think, Ian?
Yes, he's tireless work, and he's once again in the centre bounce. Got the knock once, Nambour win the ball through Burke for the sisters S, and Maroochydore pick the footy up and drive it up to Stephen Thompson. Dennis Boynton attacks him pretty strongly, and Thompson is given the benefit of the free kick.
Here's Thompson. Kicks it long, down to half forward. Teagle and Page, but Page marks well, used his body strongly there. Very good player, Page. He knows what to do, and then he's got option straight into Reynolds in the middle. Reynolds has played on now. Kicks wide, touched off the boot. Over to Poynton. Baker. Steve Dickey comes through with the ball, plays it well. Crab again gets the ball out of there. Over to Norman. Norman again. The bounce, bad luck. He met it well. Here's Howland again over the goal square. And Howland smarts off to another nice goal, and Nambour starting to run now.
Yes, well, once again, he's a very dangerous player and one that has to be watched, and he's just a little bit too quick at this stage for the Maroochydore players, and that's resulted in another goal to Nambour, and things are just not looking and going Maroochidore's way at this stage.
I just wonder whether, I know Mark might be thinking of it tonight because he's got a lot on his mind, but Johnson's sitting down at full forward with the ball, should maybe get him up into the play. He's doing nothing down there, so it wouldn't be bad to give him a quick run on the ball and put Stratton down there because he's pretty mobile. What do you think?
Yeah, that's one option he can try, and you just got to try something at this stage, and that's the right move at this stage. Once again, a mad scramble picked up by Nambour. Once again, a dangerous player in Nolan finds himself in front from a quick kick from the centre of the ground, and he's going to have another shot for goal 35 metres out. Lining up, coming in, Nolan from 35 metres out, flights the ball, doesn't look all that well off the boot, and it drops short and marked by Page in defence. Steve Dickey gives him an option which he takes up, and quick hand pass out to Hand Stratton, gets around the Nambour player. Dickey runs on, receives the footy, drives the ball long, but once again is held up by Nambour, but a free kick, not quite sure what that was for, but Thompson is the reciprocal of the free kick. Plays on quickly, marked over the other side by Brendan Winky, who has certainly been one of Nambour's better players with his experience. Goes back, kicks the ball long, beautiful kick to Teagle, centre half forward, dispossessed, but Teagle once again gets on his feet, and young Mark Deaton gives away a free kick by falling across Teagle's neck. Teagle, 35 metres out on the attacking side, prepares to have a shot for goal. Left foot, ball's in the air, and at this stage it looks like it's gone through for one behind. Scores on the Salford City scoreboard: Nambour 12 goals 12-84, Maroochydore 4 goals 3-27. At this stage, Page on his kicking must have gone over the line, and at this stage a ball up will result right in the square for Nambour. And Stratton does the logical thing and just punches the ball through for behind to Nambour.
Looks like he's recovered on the boundary line. He's running up and down, preparing to come on. Surprised me. I thought the way he's limping at half time he wouldn't be back.
Short kick from Page finds Tom Robbie. Brings the ball across the outer side. Hans Stratton contests strongly. There's a line ball between Hans Stratton and John Turnbull for Nambour, and the umpire does the logical thing and is prepared to bounce it. The ball goes in the air. Grabbing Stratton, contest for the ball. Norman is quite content at this stage to see the ball go across the boundary line. Grabbing hand Stratton once again. Stratton finds himself from that contest to the typical of the free kick. Looks up the field. Drives the ball deep to Point, who's giving the lead, but once again, Shane Hilder got some... that's a young fellow. He's done quite well in his first finals. This contest at centre half forward, picked up quickly by Nambour, but once again, a free kick to Maroochydore. Play on quickly through Tom Robbie, but Exel finds himself in front and takes a strong mark. Prepared to play on and deliver the ball across to Winky, who once again finds himself on his own. Delivers the ball across the ball to Baker, who's given the option, just finds a little bit of a fumble at this stage. It knocks the ball onto Hills, who does the logical thing and knocks it forward even further. Dean Reynolds rose from Maroochydore, chips in, picks it up, looks across and finds Nobby on his own, knocks the ball forward and unfortunately loses the run of the footy and over the boundary line for another throw in.
Nambour starting to overdo things a bit here. Maroochydore just settled down. They could get a couple of quick goals out of this. Nambour starting to overdo a lot of their work.
Ball thrown in. Nambour with the numbers around the ball. Johnny Turnbull picks the ball up. Probably finds himself just on his wrong foot and he just can't keep the ball in and kick the ball out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Maroochydore on the centre of the ground. Damien Michael drives the ball long, but once again Ronnie Grab, the tall arms of Grab go up and take another strong mark, holding up Maroochidore's attacking efforts once again. A lot of experience going back. Wobbly kick off the boot, but Brendan Winky finds himself in front, but the free kick is played to Tom Robbie, Maroochydore. drives the ball on the outer side. A bit of a miss kick off the boot. Doesn't get Dean Penn much of a chance, but with the force of the breeze and the tackle, the ball goes over the boundary line once again for a throw-in. Interesting umpiring decision, that one, Jonesy.
Yeah, I didn't know what it is. He sort of lead him back in, and he said he was holding the man. But still, one of the things, umpires out there, we're not, but it was just one of those things.
Ball thrown in. The big fellas contest it once again. Dennis Boynton, hand passes quickly across to Dean Reynolds, scrambles another hand pass through to Damien Michael, who picks the crumbs up, a little bit of class, gets around the Nambour opponent, drives the ball forward, but Brendan Winky once again finds himself in possession of the footy, backed up by Trevor Thompson of Nambour, drives the ball along to a contest with Eddie Whiteside over the back, knocks the ball forward, Page picks it up Maroochydore, delivers the ball across to Aubrey. A battle with Norman, picks the ball up, scrambles it forward. Teagle contests the footy. Tom Robbie goes in hard. Teagle once again picks the footy up, drops the ball, but Page has given away a free kick with a high tackle, and Teagle has a chance from 50 metres out. Looks for Bishop, who's given him a strong lead, and Bishop, after 2 or 3 goes, and perhaps the benefit of a free kick around the legs, has a shot, the opportunity for a goal from 45 metres out.
On negative side again, he's got to kick back into the breeze. It seems strange that they want to do that, but still that's there. They got control of the ball, I suppose, but it's just, you know, negative side to me.
Bishop lining up. Looked good off the boot, but unfortunately for Nambour, only a behind result. Page kicks in quickly to Eddie Whiteside, takes the ball in the back pocket, runs down the ground, looks up the field, hand pass across to Reynolds, who hand pass across to Hand Stratton, picks the footy up, drives it long to a contest between Mark Housley and the Nambour opponent. Handballs quickly over to Dennis Poynton, under pressure, kicks the ball long to David Johnson, contests strongly, picks up, hand pass across. Once again, Trevor Thompson, Nambour, struggles on valiantly and knocks the football through the behind, and a behind result to Maroochydore. The score 4 goals 4-28 Maroochydore, Nambour 12-14-86. The ball comes in quickly to Johnny Turnbull, takes a great mark, handballs quickly on to Brendan Winky, giving him the options, drives the ball quickly to Teagle, he's got the sit on Page and doesn't let him down. No, the ball is not paid. And that was a pretty good decision, really, because Teagle didn't really bring the ball to the ground. Winky's certainly been a very good player today.
He's done a real good job. He's starting to really pick himself up to be in the top 2, I think. Like Norman was playing very well in the first half and dropped off, but now Winky's done 3 quarters so far. He's been a consistent player.
The ball goes up from Dean Reynolds, the only one that really wanted the footy, goes in hard, hand passes across young Mark Deaton, picks the footy up, looks down the ground, drives the ball long, but it's all Nambour at this stage. Thompson, quick kick, and once again Turnbull, his second great mark over the top. The ball delivered down the ground, but a pretty poor effort by Johnny Turnbull, and Page takes a mark from Maroochydore across the half-back line.
Page has been one of Maroochidore's better players. He's done a lot. I mean, even though Teagle's played a good game, I think Page has really been the stopping block there.
Deaton drives the ball long to Dean Penn, who nearly brings the footy to the ground. Thompson goes in hard, kicks the ball down towards centre half forward for Nambour. Hand Stratton working hard across the Page, who shows the experience and talent, gets through the pack, drives the ball long out to Tom Robbie. 3-on-1. Maroochydore maybe can make something of this. Across to Danny Shear. Young Epstein picks the footy up under a lot of pressure. Has a shot, but due to the pressure, kicks the ball out of bounds on the full, and a free kick will result to Nambour.
Yeah, they're under a lot of pressure there. Nambour really working hard, but I just think the two big men set up down the 4 line's not working dividends at the moment. Maroochydore, they've got to get them out on the ball. Crab's doing a lot of work out there. Give High Stratton the rest to come home in the last quarter. Sheared and both Johnson sitting down the 4 line. give them a two-pronged attack, but they're sort of not being used enough, and I think they should get them up the ground a little bit. Anyway, there's the kick from Grab again. Out. It's a free kick to Maroochydore. Thompson holding out. It's the second decision they've given. I haven't seen that one much before in footy. I don't know about. What do you think, Ian?
Yeah, I think that was probably a fair enough one. I think Hans Stratton was the only one really going for the footy, and Trevor Thompson tried to back in and hold him out.
Here's the ball. Hills gets it. Gets knocked off as soon as he kicks it. Here goes out to High Stratton and Norman. Norman missed it. Over to Deeper. Deeper, well done. Shows a bit of skill. Into the middle. Shane Hilda. No, over the top. Good mark there. To Stephen Norbury. He had to sit up on Hilda. Hilda did the right thing being in front, but Norbury with a very strong mark, and this could be a goal. The breeze is not as strong as it was, and Stephen Norbury's not a bad kick. This could be a big help before three-quarter time. This is a real must, this goal. Maroochydore really need one. Going for the short pass to Johnson. Didn't find him. Picked up by Baker. Baker clears it out now. Back to the centre, but Steve Dickey read the ball well. Watched it all the way into his hands. Played well. Steve Dickey's in, one of the better players from Maroochydore too. Out to Epstein. His left footer was a good pass. Epstein fumbles, recovers, picks it up. Drives it in short again, but over the top of his head, and Crab sitting back there again. Takes a nice grab. He's been playing well behind that play. Just drops back. He's going to be tired by the end of the day.
Yes, he's probably one of the Nambour players that really wants a premiership because he's been around for a long while and he's played a great game from today. Well, there's a great mark by Damien Michaels. You know, a great mark for a youngster playing his first final. Kicks the ball long and finds Dennis Boynton on the lead, and Dennis is quite capable as he gets onto this of scoring a much-needed major at this stage for Maroochydore.
I just thought that, Gravy's done such a good job, experience here. I thought if he, wouldn't go across the ground, I thought he might go wide with the breeze out there, but still, he's got his mind there, out there, I'm out here. But here's Poynton. It's a nice looking kick off the boot. Don't know if it's going to travel. Maroochydore in front. Out it comes out. Hills overruns the ball. Over to Winky now. Brendan Winky with the left foot. Up to the wing. Turnbull's under the ball. But Steve Wilson's come on, and he's just run into one. Oh, it's a bit unlucky there to get away with it, Nambour there. Free kick, now they've hit it out. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds starting to lift his game a little bit. Here he comes, onto the left boot. Boots it in the middle, Johnson up. No, over Rocco. Rocco gets the ball. Brace clear. Over to Lang. Lang over to Burke. Back to Rocco. They're starting to run the ball out of there. It's sheer handball. There's a short kick and finds Tom and Mike on the wing. Tom and Michael's kick down the outside flank. It's wide. Page again up. Epstein gets back. Epstein clears it now up to the wing. Over they go, Tom and Michael and Steve Dickey, and a nice mark from Steve Dickey. Used his body well, got in front, did a real good job. Plays on quickly. The free kick upfield goes to Poynton. On behind play, Mark Beaton trying to have a go. Poynton's kick down to centre half forward. It's a nice looking kick. Crab dropping back, punches the ball out. Over to Eve. Eve now. Handballs it into the middle. Over to Rocco. Rocco now gets back onto his right foot. Short pass it out wide to Alan Eade, followed up from the handball. Eade settles play down now.
Yes, Eade's starting to show a little bit of experience there. Decides to measure up his options. Goes back. Drives the ball long. A beautiful kick to centre half forward. Tony Norman overruns the footy. Picked up quickly by Boyer, who knocks the ball forward to Dean Reynolds, who takes the footy. Hand pass over to Tom Robbie. Maroochydore setting something up here. Drives the ball long, and Dean Penn knocked off the footy. Just can't do anything with it. Nambour picked the footy up. Drive the ball deep out of Maroochidore's attacking zone, but picked up by Damien Michael. Keeps the ball in play. Goes at the ball hard, but the umpire deems out of bounds, and a ball up will result on the half-forward line for Maroochydore. It looks at this stage as if the umpires deemed as if it came off someone's boot down there, and a free kick will be taken by Mark Housley. He's in a pretty difficult position to score from there. Coming in. Nice kick off the boot. But touch on the line and forced through by Ron Grab. The big arms went up and brought the ball to the ground and then knocked it through. The Salvage City scoreboard shows Maroochydore 4-5-29, trial Nambour 12-14-86. Well, I think so, but at this stage they still hold the ascendancy on the scoreboard, and that's really where it counts. Damien Michael, once again, takes a strong mark. Across it goes to Tom Robbie, who at this stage looks like he may be playing across the half-forward line. Looking for options, although there's none forthcoming. Forward line pretty crowded up there from Maroochydore. Goes back, kicks the ball to the attacking side and gives a chance to Dave Johnson with his height, brings the ball to the ground, but just can't mark it. And the umpire's doing the best result is a ball up. Yeah, Norman has died out of the game, although he's done a lot of damage early, of course, and the ball goes up to Danny Shear, shows a bit of basketball skills, but to no result, and Nambour clear the footy, only to be marked by Steve Wilson, taking a strong mark under a lot of pressure from Dougie Hills. Wilson from 45 metres out, goes back, the ball's in the air, the big fellas fly for it down there. Dean Penn brings the ball to the ground. Tom Robbie has a snapshot for goal, but it's the wrong side of the post, and 1 point result.
We need a couple of quick goals before three-quarter time in to get them back in the favour. That breeze is starting to crop up again now, and sort of still you can't rely on breeze to win your games.
Yes, I guess so. Alan Reid kicks the ball along the half-forward line, and Eddie Whiteside comes up behind and with his superior pace brings the ball forward to Damien Michael, gets to round one, kicks the ball, Dennis Poynton sets himself, brings the ball to the ground, picked up by Brendan Wenke, drives the ball along and out of danger, and there's the siren for three-quarter time, which sees Nambour 12 goals 14, 86, Maroochydore 4 goals 6, 30.
Well, Maroochydore, you know, it's 9 goals is a lot to make up, I suppose, but you never know football. You can get a run on and get goals, but, you know, they certainly didn't really help their cause that time. But at the end of that quarter, I just noticed they had a lot of loose men starting to run free. They had 3 and 4 players around the ball at the time in.
Yes, that's right. I think the likes of Tom Robbie and Dean Reynolds are starting to gain the footy across the centre. And footy's a funny game, I guess, and if we only harken back to 2 weeks ago where Maroochydore were able to score 11 goals in the last quarter, and I guess everyone's hoping, as far as Maroochydore goes, that that's going to be the result. And but it's going to need a big lift, and there have been a number of changes. Dennis Poynton, I see, is playing across the half-back line, picked up Alan Reid, captain coach of Nambour. The ball about to be bounced. Grab and Hans Stratton go at each other once again. Grab knocks the ball forward, picked up by Epstein, drives the ball along. The ball carries across Teagle, attempts to mark, but Dougie Hill's playing once again a loose man in defence. Does the picking up, but a poor kick finds it out of bounds on the full.
Pressure from Danny Shear there, he made him really force the issue on him, he kicked the ball out in the full, and Maroochydore needs his first goal.
Page with a magnificent kick to Dean Penn, who picks the footy up and kicks the first goal, and just really what Maroochydore wanted. And at this stage, the number of changes that Maroochydore have made may start to pay off, with Page at centre-half forward, who really, once he gets his hands on the footy, can kick the ball a country mile.
They brought Teagle down on him too, which I thought might be a negative move from Nambour.
I guess that Maroochydore scrambling in the centre, Hans Stratton chases the footy, and Damien Michael picks the ball up on the second go, but is dispossessed by a strong tackle by Nambour, who picked the footy up, and once again Nolan, a damaging player, plays in front, delivers the ball long up to Bishop, overruns the footy, but Peter Teagle picks the footy up, has a mad scramble for a shot for goal, and it's a goal, so it's goal for goal, and no real result for Maroochydore as far as picking back the lead that Nambour enjoy at this stage.
No, it was a real good start from Maroochydore, and I thought, you know, bit unfortunate there. The ball went down and just happened to just trickle through there for Nambour, but still Maroochydore, they still got a chance. That breeze has picked up and, you know, they look keen. The positional changes may work, and I just, you know, it's just going to settle down to a real ding-dong this last quarter, I think.
Once again at the centre bounce. Grab and hand Stratton. At this stage, Tom Robbie, I think, free kick is paid to Nambour. The quick hand pass across to Norman, who drives the ball along as the attacking side for Nambour. No result except for Nambour, picked up by Damien Michael, overruns it once again. Page scrambling, knocks the ball across to Michael, but after a mad scramble, no result. Although the umpires at this stage have picked a free kick out to Nambour and have given a 50 metre to Nambour, and this is going to bring Nambour within another one is paid, which really is going to result in a certain goal for Nambour. Perhaps just a little bit of frustration at this stage. Another goal on the board for Nambour. Which is going to make things extremely difficult at this stage from Maroochydore.
Norman just starting to break clear again in the middle. And I think Housey's been reported. He was the one that gave away the 50 metre penalty there before. I think he had to go up the umpire, but the umpire's definitely taken his name. Pagey's come in to cool him down. I know he feels as frustrated. I was coaching last year and I really found it, these blokes in white, very, very difficult to understand. Salvage City scoreboard, 14-14-98, Nambour, 5-6-36, Maroochydore. Really put the penny section in. I think, you know, it's really made it hard for them now. They've got to kick it 11 goals. It's pretty hard to ask. A very tall order. Once again, they go out at the centre bounce. Hand Stratton knocks the ball forward, but Norman once again picks the footy up, reads it well, kicks it down to the half-forward line for Nambour. Both players overrun it. Dennis Poynton, Page picks it up, kicks the ball forward. But a free kick is picked across the other side to Tony Norman. The umpire's deemed too high. Norman certainly starting to come into the game once again in this quarter. For me, a left foot kick, drives it long. Dennis Poynton fills the mark, picked up quickly by Nambour. Free kick is played, too high the tackle. And perhaps the work of Maroochydore just coming a little bit untidy at this stage. Allen doesn't look like he's a bit too fit there, and he started to chase after that ball, limped a bit. It wouldn't be, you know, I know it's a long ask still for Maroochydore to get up, but you know, if he's one of the players that's been on the instigators down there, and you know, they lose him, you know, could get a run on there, Maroochydore. Tom Michael delivers the ball. Bishop overruns it, backed up by Hand Stratton. Hand pass across to young Damon Michael, who perhaps at this stage a little bit inexperienced. Dave Cases picks the footy up, delivers it down the ground, but over the head of his Maroochydore opponent, picked up by Norman, puts the pressure on once again. Eddie Whiteside backed up for Maroochydore, drives the ball across to Steve Dickey, who leads in the race for the footy, hasn't really got it. Free kick is paid, advantage paid. Dean Reynolds, one bounce, drives the ball long, but to no advantage, and one grab, tries valiantly, picked up by Hills. Hand pass across to Norman, getting kicks at will, drives the footy forward across to Shane Hilder. Pretty smart player, drives the ball forward, overrun by the players across there, but Epstein picks it up, just as there, picked up by Dennis Poynton. Long left foot kick, over the back to Ronnie Grab, who misses the mark, but backed up by Exon, drives the ball forward, but really the tackle is too high, and a free kick paid once again to Nambour. Looks down the ground, and a short kick to Teagle.
who plays on quickly. Across to Burt. The ball kick and Epstein intercepts. Drives long. Across the half-forward line for Maroochydore, and Page flies. Misses the mark. Picked up by Exon once again. But a poor kick results in Danny Shear marking. Plays on to Housley. Has a shot at the goals. The ball is coming round, but not far enough. And 1 point results.
Nambour are backing each other up well in defence at this stage. When the ball's hitting the ground, they've got 2 or 3 around the ball, and it's making it hard for the Maroochydore forwards. Well, here's the kick in now. Thompson's going to kick in. Tomo's kick. Shut the half forward. Mark Deaton sets himself and grab in front. Nearly takes it. Hilder over to Lang. Lang now breaks through the middle. Left puts it. Over, and here comes Alaneed in front. Alaneed on, straight on to Brendan Winky. Brendan Winky's going for a run. Oh, and he's tried to go into the middle. Eddie Whiteside dispossesses him. Got it out to Alaneed. Lucky not to get away. Over to Mark Deaton. Now Mark Deaton over to Wilson. Settles it down. Here's Wilson. Left puts it. Oh, it could go. Just bounces inside the boundary line. Good rugby kick there. And it's out on just between wing and half forward. Players looking very tired from both sides of the stage.
Yes, I guess it's only natural. It's been a long, hard season, and both sides have been at it right from the start. Wilson scrambles the footy, but the umpire's doing a ball up at this stage.
Crab's still strolling hard there for Nambour. Stratton not giving up either for Maroochydore. There's the kick down, and all. Reynolds now pushes himself well. Handballs it over to Steve Dickey. Steve Dickey played quite a good game on the half-back flank there. Drives the ball wide. Nice looking kick to Housley, and read it well. Housley nearly took the mark. Burt comes out of it well. Housley a bit unlucky not to get that there. Here goes Hills now, taking plenty of time down the outside. Left puts it. Over to Tony Norman's running at it, but Eddie Whiteside too quick, beat him onto the ball and pushes the ball outside over the boundary line.
Danny Shears has been replaced by Steve Norbury at this stage. Maybe just somebody with a little bit more pack influence when the ball hits the ground might be the answer at this stage for Maroochydore.
Here's the throw-in. There you go. Alaneed gets the knock, but it's taken by Eddie Whiteside. He's been pretty quiet today, but now he gets the ball. The nice handball to Steve Wilson. Steve Wilson kicks the ball long. It's a bit high. Comes in. Dean Penn over the top. Nobby, free kick. Put himself in there. Nobby. Stephen Norbury now goes back, has a quick look. Here comes Jono on a lead, and takes a nice mark in front of Thompson. Now they've got to settle down. They need a goal here, Maroochydore. The quarter's going to get away from them. Here's Johnson. Taking plenty of time. Nice kick off the boot. Into the goal square. Nambour in front. And Burke takes a nice mark in front of the pack. Set himself well, watch the ball right into his hand.
Yes, he read it well. Driving the ball deep out from Maroochydore half-forward line, but Noah Valen Page, showing his experience, takes a strong mark, and really from that position, with his kicking ability, has the chance to score a goal, a much-needed goal for Maroochydore. Coming in, lining up. Certainly the distance is there, but the accuracy at this stage is just faded across, and only 1 point results.
He's a mammoth kick of the footy, isn't he, Craig? He seems to have both feet. He belts it in the ground.
Yeah, great skills in that area. The ball is kicked in. Hans Stratton, one extra effort. The ball hits the ground, and Ronnie scrambles the footy forward. To Noah Vale. Nambour fight pretty hard for the footy. Dougie Hills, a little bit ordinary, unfortunately. He's doing the throw, and Maroochydore, through the agency of Hans Stratton, we accept the free kick. Big hands, looking for options down the ground, coming in. The ball looks good off the boot, but I think just faded once again for another behind from Maroochydore. The scoreboard reads 14-14, 98 Nambour, 5 goals 9, 39 Maroochydore. Kick in from Thompson. Grab and Stratton go at it once again. The ball comes to the ground. Dean Reynolds picks it up, showing superior skills on the left foot, tips it across young Damien Michael, who takes a mark. Tried pretty valiantly on his wing actually all day, Damien Michael.
The second half's been a real good go,
Yeah, that's right. A high kick to the full forward line, big mark required, no result, and the ball travels through once again for a point. And I'm sure Nambour just quite content at this stage just to allow the ball to stay in this pocket and points results. And here's a great effort by Ronnie Grab, coming off the ground after doing all the hard work, and Brett Inman coming on to replace him. And I'm sure Ron Grab would be feeling a pretty satisfied fellow at this stage. Ball comes in.
Be very exciting for Ron Grab too. Nambour's got the ball over the Alanede, gets knocked on over to House. Here's a chance for a goal, but it's just missed again to the left-hand side post, and it's another point in Maroochydore. They're peppering the goals, but not scoring at the moment. But Ronnie Grab, who retired there last year, but made a comeback this year to help Nambour in their quest for their first ever premiership at this stage. They may win it. Like, never won a premiership before, you can't begrudge a side, but you know, they've been on top all the year, so to win their first premiership would be good for the club.
Yes, I'm sure they're pretty excited at this stage. The ball comes in as a scramble. Dean Penn picks the ball up. No real result. Nambour forcing the ball to Norman, who's battled hard, continues to try hard, scrambles the footy forward. But Steve Wilson picks it up, has a shot, and it may float in at this stage, and it looks like a goal down there to Maroochydore, to the agency of Steve Wilson, and that's a much needed goal and maybe just the catalyst for a late revival.
Yeah, certainly Steve Wilson is a good kick of the footy when he gets onto it, and that was no exception. He took one quick look, he was out over the 50-metre line and put it through. We'll just hope that it's Maroochydore now. They're still striving, they're not giving up. Here's the centre bounce now. Inman on the ruck now for Nambour. High Stratton gets it. It's on by Reynolds. Reynolds with the long kick down. Out it goes wide. Chase is on now. Teagle's going to beat them all over the boundary line. Thompson and Teagle in front, but ball goes out on Maroochydores half-forward flank. Got a chance to score another goal here. They've attacked straight from the centre. Inman hasn't got the same influence in the ruck as what Grab would have in.
Oh no, it's just going to be bulk work there by Inman at this stage, because Grab's certainly done most of the work all day. I just noticed also that Alan Reid has put himself down as a loose man in defence, and Maroochydore are going to find it very, very tough to score against two extra fellas, because Winky and Reid, with their experience down there, should hold up any attack that Maroochydore bring forward. Scramble.
Steve Dickey, another good mark. Steve Dickey, he's been one of Maroochidore's better players for sure today. Plays on quickly, across the centre. You can see a lead from Page out there. Page has marked it. Could easily be another goal here. Gets onto the ball.
Goes short, but it's misdirected, and Nambour scramble for the footy on the ground with the numbers. Follow Maroochydore through the agency
of Nobby, who got dispossessed by Teagle. Teagle then gets it out of the right side, now grabs the ball. Into the middle. Turnbull with strength. Clears through. Drives it through the middle. But Reynolds in front should take the mark, and does. Breeze held up Reynolds. Read it well straight onto his left foot. Plays on quickly. Here's High Stratton at centre half forward and marks. This could be a chance for another goal. High Stratton missed one just from here before, but he made the distance, so it's a chance that he could easily kick. There was a good play from Reynolds there. Quickly saw him out the corner of his eye. Here's High Stratton's kick. It's a good kick off the boot. This time it's hanging up again, but it's still to the left-hand side of the post, and another point. Maroochydore have been peppering the goals for a while, but they certainly need 2 or 3 quick ones. Housley's been, got knocked around pretty early in that fight, and he's found it difficult, with all the worry about the side and that, to come back in. He hasn't been on the ball much in.
No, that's right. I guess we just don't know how heavy a knock he did take early on. It looked pretty heavy from here, and I'm sure Mark is probably feeling a little bit disappointed at this stage. Norbury having a shot for goal, and it's a goal. And I guess at this stage, with Maroochydore finding 2 or 3 extra players around the fall of the ball, because Nambour are certainly playing 2 loose fellas in defence, are starting to win a fair share of the ball around the packs, and goals may result. But I think at this stage it's probably just a little bit too late.
Yeah, they're certainly running into spaces now. Maroochidore's fitness is certainly not down. They're sort of starting to find spaces, and Nambour playing 2 loose men are going a bit negative, and well, they think they can hang on and win the final. Well, but Maroochidore's starting to fight back, and it's good to see. Ball back in the centre now. High Stratton is rucked all day, done a great job for Maroochydore. Here's the bounce down. High Stratton up with Inman. High Stratton gets the knock again over to Reynolds, but through comes Nambour, took the ball away. A quick kick from Tony Norman there. Hilda gets the ball, but there's no one down there. Eddie Whiteside on his own. Eddie Whiteside now gets the ball. Should use his pace. Does so. Kicks the ball long now. Back into forward line. Maroochydore running. Inman gets the knock on forward. Doesn't get out. Turnbull tries to get it. Teagle now onto his left foot. Goes it wide. Hilda in front and marks. Shane Hilda done a fair job for a young bloke. Over to Norman with the handball. Norman now kicks the ball on. Out to Rocco. Rocco, the ball doesn't sit for him. Now he gets through the pack. Over to Bishop. Bishop on again. Knocked on by Deaton. Deaton on to Tom Robbie. Tom Robbie on to Deefer. Deefer's played a very good game from Maroochydore on the wing. Down to Nobby. Nobby, you kicked the last goal from Maroochydore. Taps it forward. Back to Deefer. Deefer followed up well. Got caught. Over to Baker. Baker to Taylor. Misses with a handball to Norman. Shane Boy's got a chance here now. Knocks it on. Inman comes through though. Slows it down. Kicks the ball short. And Teagle, he waits on it. Could be in trouble. It's over the top to Lang. Lang again on to Winky. Winky's playing a really good game. Drives the ball long into Tom Michael and Page. But Tom Michael marks the ball and he's been paid the mark. This definitely could be the seal if he kicks us in.
Yes, certainly is, but I thought he was probably a little bit fortunate to be paid that mark. I thought he just grabbed it momentarily and
he didn't hold it.
Didn't really hold it, but I thought the umpire was a little bit too quick off the mark of the whistle. But anyway, Jeff Tom Michael, a real stalwart at Nambour, and 20 metres out, comes in to have a kick and makes no mistake.
I certainly would have thought at this stage of the game I umpired make them in there, marks, like in a grand final. It was a pretty easy one, like, you know. I think there's been a few of them paid today. But, you know, if it's paid and you kick a goal, well, that's what the name of the game's about. Well, it seems to be goal for goal at the moment when Maroochydore, who are working hard, kick 3 of a point, then get a goal. Now we'll go straight down and get one, so yeah, it just seems to be to no avail at the moment. The 11-goal last quarter from the second semi-final now starting to not be coming, I don't think. He's back in the centre again. Inman up against High Stratton. High Stratton's been dominating in the last quarter again in the ruck. This time Inman runs straight at him, but straight through there now. Inman gets caught by Poynton, straight out. But Tony Norman again doesn't quite get the ball to boot. Howland gets a free kick by being in front. It's a bit unfortunate, but he's a little bit injured too, I think. He plays on over to Turnbull. Turnbull plays around the man, over the top to Alaneed. Alaneed now. He's run down from defence. Over to Wenke, he's in trouble, he's got caught. On you go. There's a bit of fight on behind the play here. Dean Fenn's been reported for striking. Still, other bloke's a bit of a sniper, so you know. But anyway, this stage of the game it doesn't mean anything. Nambour has a free kick upfield. Here's Alaneed. Alaneed kicks it across the middle. It's not a real good Winky again. He's paid the free kick to Maroochydore again for 7 and out. Well, seen a couple of new free kicks today. I don't know what they are, but anyway.
Yes, I guess at this stage it's just frustration starting to take over in some players' mind, and it's understandable, I guess, when the whole season just hasn't worked out the way that some players wanted today. But the game's still there to be played out, and Maroochydore have got the free kick across centre-half back. A quick kick over to Mark Deaton. Deaton looks down the ground and drives the ball long. Page and Inman contest, but Inman, superior height in the front position, takes the mark. Plays on across to Norman once again, getting kicks at will at this stage.
His last quarter certainly lifted his work rate again, hasn't he?
Yes, he's been a very good player.
They're still not giving up, Nambour. They're desperate up the ball. Baker. Rain.
And they scrambles the footy across the wing. Lang picks it up.
Long handball to
Finds Winky on his own once again. Another excellent player this for Nambour. Drops it short to Dougie Hills, who overruns the footy. But Norman once again through. And the ball has been deemed held to the Nambour player, and a ball up will result on their 50-metre line.
All the stings going out the game at the moment, Ian.
Yes, and that's understandable. We're really probably only going through the motions at this stage, and full marks must go to Nambour. Poynton picks the footy up, kicks it under pressure across to Dean Reynolds. Mishandles the footy but continues on.
Silly free kick there from,
For the free kick result to Nambour. Hand passes to Eade. Steadies the side down with a long kick. Tom Michael takes the mark 45 metres out. Steadies the side down and will probably look for options at this stage, and he does. But overruns.
No one gets through, the umpire gets in the road.
Maroochydore picked the footy up, scramble the footy up, but Rocco fighting hard, 2 against 1. With superior pace, picks it up, ball's in the air, big mark required, picked up by Bishop, fighting on, hand passes across to John Turnbull, the ball high in the forward line, but marked by Page.
This is Greg. This is the other Page. This is not Greg. Anthony, that is Tony Page.
Over to McEpstein, who gets the ball on to Norbury, or to Boyer. Over to Norbury. Tom Robbie picks the footy up, scrambles the kick, but it's all Nambour. Big Brett Inman brings the footy to the ground. Hand pass across to Rocco, across to Lang. Another hand pass to Winky. A long kick to the forward line, and Dave Kaiser out in front takes the mark. He's probably can certainly hold his head high against Johnny Bishop. Kaiser's kick out.
And Howland's come off.
To Norbury.
Howland's off and grabbed back on from Nambour now. It's a nice pass from Boyer. Finds Page.
Page.
A really good pass in the middle. Page now got the ball. Van, where?
Pitched on by Damien Michael. Got rid of the footy and has paid the free kick. Damien Michael looks up for options down the ground. David Johnson, Tom Robbie, centre half forward on his own, although the kick intercepted by Brendan Winky. Plays on, kicks the ball long, and Johnny Bishop struggling for the footy. Dave Kazers, Jeff Tom Michael comes over the top and knocks the ball out of bounds. A throw-in will result. Jeff Tom and Michael fighting hard for the footy. Picked up by Lang. But the ball goes over once again for another throw-in. And Stratton contests for the footy. Wilson picked up the crumbs, although tackled strongly. Mark Housley gets a hand pass away to Deaton. Alan Eade on his own. Across to Teagle. Picked up by Michael again though. And Page with a front position. Plays on quickly. Tom Robbie across the 50-metre line takes a mark. Looks down the ground and David Johnson giving him a good lead. Out in front as Trevor Thompson takes the mark and has a shot and the chance to score a goal from 45 metres. Johnson moves in. The ball holds its line very well and David Johnson scores a goal for Maroochydore in the final minutes of the 1990 Grand Final. The scoreboard reading at this stage: Nambour 15-14, 104, lead Maroochydore 8 goals 11, 59. The ball once again to be bounced, and Stratton and Inman, the ball favours him at the bounce. Picked up by Damien Michael, kicked the ball with his left foot down the ground to no avail. Brendan Winky forward in defence all day, across to who tries to take on the opposition and really is dispossessed. And a free kick will go to Page, who looks across and finds Steve Wilson with the second grab, takes a mark on the half-forward line, 45 metres out. Wilson comes in but hooks the kick, and only 1 point result. At this stage, David, the players are really just going through the motions, and I guess Nambour are waiting for the elation of the final siren.
Yeah, certainly looks at this stage. Everyone looks pretty tired, but no one's giving up. They're still contesting hard. Here's Lang, who's been one of the better players for Nambour, played very well, plays on over to Hilda. And young Hilda's done all right too. Out to Hills. Hills now gets the footy. Goes to Tom and Michael, who's really lifted his work rate in this last quarter. Played very well. Back to Hills. Hills into the middle, but Steve Dickey. No, didn't get the footy. Tony Norman again. Over to Lang. Lang straightens up. No, well spoilt there from Tony Page. Hits the ball through for a point. Yes, certainly, at this stage it certainly looks like Nambour's first grand final. Maroochydore can hold their head up high. They've tried hard all day, played the game really hard and worked. And here's young Damien Michael, who's really been one of the better players. He's played very well for Maroochydore on the wing.
Yes, Michael's trying to find Page at centre-half forward, dispossessed. Brendan Winky battling hard, picked up by Mark Deaton. Steve Wilson fights hard, pointing across to Michael, who's covered pretty well across to Mick Epstein, looking for options to Page. A forehand pass results, it recovers well, has it shot from goal from 45, 50 metres out, but just goes to the wrong side of the post, and once again another point results. The Salford City scoreboard at this stage, 15-15, 105 Nambour, 8-13, 61 Maroochydore.
Yeah, they seem to, they're blazing away, they're attacking from this side and kicking into that breeze, and all the kicks at the moment seem to be just going, short. But here's a kick in from Alan Eden. It goes to Brendan Winky again. He's been, he can certainly hold his head up on a grand final side.
Yes, he's given a lot of drive, and he has been prepared to move up all the time from the half-back line to the half-forward line, and has resulted in a number of goals. And Brendan Winky has certainly been, if not the best player, one of the best players for Nambour today.
And here's Alan Eden with a long kick out, and there's the siren. It's all over. Nambour won their first ever grand final, and they've been the top side all the year, and today they've really proved it with a strong win. They got a good break in the first quarter, got 6 or 7 goals on the board, and Nambour, Maroochydore never really got back into the game from there, but Maroochydore still, they fought the game right out, they never gave up, and it was a good contest all day. But I can understand how the Maroochydore players feel. They've worked all the year to get beaten in a grand final. You can't do much about it. It's only one side can win, and Nambour were the best side on the day.
Yes, congratulations must go to Nambour, and commiserations to Maroochydore. History certainly has been made here today, and I think that no one will, in the end, begrudge Nambour the fact that they've won their first ever premiership. Congratulations to Alan Eade and to Ron Grab and the management at Nambour, and it's all come together for them today. And looking back on the game, just in summary, I believe that Nambour grabbed the initiative right at the very start of the game, and Maroochydore unfortunately just couldn't recover. Commiserations to Mark Housley, who has certainly been an inspirational leader all year for his club, and I'm sure that he can hold his head high for the season that he has been able to put in. But once again, in summary, congratulations to Nambour. Some fine efforts by fellas like Winky and Norman and Nolan. These particular players set the scene, and they were able to go on with the game and run out worthy winners. Well done.
Oh, they were blaming. Well, thanks very much from Ian and I for doing the commentary on this game. I hope it works out well. Congratulations again to Nambour. They did very well. Commiserations to Maroochydore, but all the best. There's always next year. Maroochydore being one of the strongest sides in this comp, and Nambour, well, winning their first ever premiership. Congratulations, but Maroochydore will be there next year. Don't you worry about that.